Heavy rainfall on Monday, July 13th, has triggered fresh panic across Lagos, including Ikoyi, Lekki, Victoria Island, and Oworonshoki, with residents fearing another round of flooding as the downpour disrupted movement, slowed business activities, and left several communities on edge. Although no casualty had been recorded since the rainfall returned, residents in flood-prone communities remained on alert, fearing that continued downpour could worsen the situation and inundate more homes and roads. While residents of flood-prone communities shelve work to remain at home to save their property when the water level in their communities rises above the preferred standard, others in other parts of the state, who left home for their businesses, were seen stranded at different bus stops, waiting endlessly for commercial vehicles. Their wait, as learnt, was caused by a flood that had taken over major roads, resulting in gridlocks that stretched many meters, while many traders recorded low patronage as the prolonged rainfall disrupted daily activities. The renewed anxiety comes amid memories of recent flooding that submerged roads, homes, and businesses in parts of the state, leaving many residents worried that another prolonged downpour could trigger similar destruction. Concerns heightened after videos showing flooded roads and waterlogged streets in areas including Marina on Lagos Island, Apongbon, and other parts of the metropolis circulated on social media, with residents calling on the Lagos state government to intervene. Responding to one of the posts on Tuesday, Lagos State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, said emergency response teams had been immediately mobilized to the affected areas. According to him, following reports of flooding yesterday at Apongbon and Marina axis of Lagos Island, caused by several hours of intense rainfall, our emergency response team immediately mobilized to the area to monitor the situation and provide the necessary interventions. Earlier, Wahab attributed the flooding experienced in some parts of Lagos to a significant rise in the lagoon water level, explaining that the increase had impeded the effective discharge of stormwater into the lagoon and resulted in temporary flooding in affected areas. He appealed to residents to remain calm and exercise caution, assuring them that relevant government agencies were closely monitoring the situation and implementing measures to mitigate the impact. Despite the government's assurances, many residents remained apprehensive as the rainfall persisted, urging authorities to intensify drainage maintenance, strengthen flood control measures, and sustain emergency response efforts to minimize the impact on lives, property, and economic activities across the state. Meanwhile, the National Emergency Management Agency's Lagos Operations Office carried out a flood impact assessment in Surulere communities following the downpour. According to a statement issued by the agency on Monday, the exercise followed a request for intervention by the lawmaker representing the constituency, Lanre Okunlola. The assessment covered Oraile, Koker, Aguda, Itaire, Ikate, and Ijisha communities to determine the extent of the damage, identify affected households, and document the immediate humanitarian needs of residents. NEMA said several homes and business premises were inundated, leading to damage to household property, disruption of livelihoods, and restricted movement in the affected communities. The agency attributed the flooding largely to intense rainfall, blocked drainage channels, and poor maintenance of drainage infrastructure.
Like, is it this Lagos? No.